Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live on this Saturday evening, this April 26, 2025, 50s and early 60s edition of the Vinyltreasures show. It was a horrible day today, but it's currently 58 and partly cloudy here. We had some kind of downpours here in Westchester County, New York, so sit back for the next 3 hours. Got some cool 45s out of my collection. Everything is a request tonight. I picked one record, kind of like a collector's corner kind of thing. I probably should do. I take all your requests, but you will eventually hear your requests here on the program, so you must be patient with that. I have a lot of people that send me requests, multiple requests at times, and sometimes I try to, it's difficult so I try to keep track of all the records that I play and all the people that send me in requests. I have an Excel spreadsheet. I have to look for the records on there, and sometimes so I can kind of play a song for maybe 2, 3, or 4 people at one time, because I do have requests for so many great tunes like that one there. That request as sent in by Edmund Williams. Some of you may recognize that song there. I remember hearing this not when it came out, when I used to tune into the Time Capsule show on WFUV. I would hear that song often. That's why it's so familiar in Johnny G's head, but it was a theme song they used to use. It was also played by a DJ that gets credit on the label, that being Mr. Alan Freed. I'm sure he played that on his Wins program back in 1956 when this record came out, and you can actually hear him in the background on that 45 there. But it's really Big Al Sears on saxophone, and he wrote it along with Charles E. Calhoun, and that's an alias for band leader Jesse Stone. Our opener tonight by request for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. April 56, Alan Freed and his band called Right Now, Right Now. That one there on the Coral label. I found this, I don't know if I got this from Joel Scherzer or I found it at the Yonkers Raceway Flea Market, but the vinyl is not bad, but the label looks like it's seen better days. But anyway, I play the music by year here. We're going to open up with an early side from 1952 as requested by listener Frank Chingaro as we go to Sid Nathan's Federal record label. This is the Gold Top Federal label for you collectors out there. And this tune, first done by Bill Kenny and the Ink Spots, recorded it for the Decca record label back in 1940. A tune written by Leon Rene. And Frank Chingaro requested this version as done by the Dominoes. And it features the great Clyde McPhatter on lead. So let's open up here from February 1952 by request for Frank Chingaro on the Federal label. Here are Clyde McPhatter and the Dominoes with their rendition of the tune When the Swallows Come Back from Capistrano for Frank.
When the swallows come back to Capistrano, that's the day promised to come back to me. Yes, to me. When you whispered farewell in Capistrano, 'twas the day the swallows flew out to the sea. All the mission bells will ring
chapel choir will sing the happiness you'll bring. Will live in my memory.
When the swallows come back to Capistrano, that's the day I pray that you'll come back to me. That's the day I pray you'll come to me.
Go, February 1952 release there for the Dominoes. That's the great Clyde McPhatter on lead. But going out to Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room on Federal Records, when the Swallows come back to Capistrano. Yes, when will they do that? As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, let's move into 1953 now. Again, those of you that have got to say this, because if you are new to the program here, because I had an incident on the Wednesday show that they shut my show down for, I don't know what the culprit was, but they shut it down on Wednesday. It was kind of terrible. It was just a little bit before midnight, and then it came back on. Then I knew once it started with that it wasn't going to happen. So I don't know. I'm trying to get get a handle on this thing. Going to find out. Going to make some phone calls on Monday to find out possibly that maybe I need to get a license here. The majority of the records that I play here, especially on this show, although I can't remember them ever blocking this show. Okay, I got to find out from YouTube exactly what they do. But I was talking to Bill Obe about it, and on the last Saturday's show, for instance, I think I played 40-something records, and the large majority of them were all BMI, very few ASCAP. Mostly, and again, with a lot of the rhythm and blues groups, they registered with BMI versus ASCAP. I think that's just the way it was. But anyway, I have to find out about it, because this is not a radio show. This isn't on the radio. This is actually a visual, so they don't really define it that well. So I have to see, and I don't know how the owners of the content communicate with YouTube. Like, how do they get their royalty payment? How do they get their pennies? However it is. But this show has been pretty much safe. It's my 60s show that I run into complications with. So, and it's not every week. Although if you want to talk about the last 3 weeks, it was twice in the last 3 weeks for the 60s show. So I never get it with the 78 show, maybe toward the end if I play, a Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers or whatever. But a lot of these records here are, maybe they think nobody cares. Even though maybe somebody like Warner Brothers may own her or whatever, it's not really big money making for them, so it's not really a big ticket item. But still, listen, if I get 2,200 people that come to, that's a lot for Johnny G, to be honest with you, that can come and check out the show. And I'm going to tell them this is an educational program, even though it is for basically the for entertainment purposes, but it is. But it's not like I'm, a disc jockey from WABC just playing records. I'm actually giving a history about these original discs and how they were created, who were the writers, who were the owners of the labels. So nobody does that. So I incorporate this in a kind of a collector's show, but it's different than a radio show. But I am on a radio show because I'm on Oldies and More, but they take care of the copyright there. So I don't have to worry about that. But this is different. This is a visual. So I just don't want them to interrupt the show. That's the main thing. But anyway, so I'm working on that. As I'm also working on the studio here. Haven't heard. I just got an email that they were working on it. So I'll let you know when I hear something. Hopefully this coming week I'll hear something from them. But anyway, let us continue here. You saw me change the needle for this next 45 as we move into 1953. This is actually a request for listener Julian McCroy, this singer, harmonica player, and songwriter. In 1951 would form his own band, was called the Blue Flames, and I think it was Ike Turner that heard him play somewhere and was very instrumental. He was I think a talent scout for modern records at the time, and he was instrumental with him getting his first record on the Bahari Brothers modern label, and his very first release was a song called Bad Women, Bad Whiskey, but that was a song he wrote, and it was as Little Junior Parker and the Blue Flames. That came out in April of 1952. Then Sam Phillips, the owner of Sun Records, heard about this guy and said, I have to sign him to my label, so he ended up signing with Sun Records, and he had 2 releases on the Sun label. Now, Julian requested his second release. It's a song he wrote, and many of you may know this tune because Elvis liked this song and recorded it also for the Sun record label. But this is the original version. It's a request for listener Julian McCroy. And this is from November of 1953. Let's give a listen to Little Junior's Blue Flames. Actually, it's really Little Junior Parker, but on the 45, it's Little Junior's Blue Flames. This is on the Sun record label. This is the original version of the tune, Mystery Train, for Julian McCroy.
Train I ride, 16 coaches long. Train I ride, 16 coaches long. Well, that long black train carried my baby from home. Train, coming on round the bend. Train, coming on round the bend. Well, it took my baby, it's gonna do it again. She's mine, all mine.
There you go, Hiss and All there. that's really Little Junior Parker, but on the Sun 45 there, it's Little Junior's Blue Flames. November 1953 release. That's his second of two on the Sun record label. That's the original version, I should say, of Mystery Train. I have one Elvis Sun, but I can't play it here. Maybe when I get the if I can get the license to do that. But again, I got to figure out how to do that. Again, I don't know if I mentioned, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I think I can get away with a lot if I have more subscribers. I can tell you that much. But anyway, so I got to remember to take that needle off there. Is what I got to remember. So I said to you that I added one record to the mix tonight. And this is the record that I added to the mix. Kind of like, I'm going to see if I can play a record that maybe not a lot of people know, or maybe they are looking for in their collection. They're not easy to find. I have some of those, not a lot of those, but some of those, and we'll call it Johnny G's Collector Corner. Now, this record that I selected is not an easy 45 to find. Now, the members of this group are mentioned on the label. This is on Jake Porter's Combo Records, which was out of Los Angeles, California, and it's a sextet. It included Otis White, he was first tenor, James Richardson, second tenor, James Miles, the baritone of the group, Maudie Giles, he was the bass, and Ethel Brown, she was on piano, and I think she was the arranger. Now, the lead singer on this, his name is Delmar Wilburn. Collectively, they were known as the Squires. Now, Jess Willard was, I don't know, guy kind of, I think he had a record store or whatnot, but he heard them singing at the Green Meadows Playground. And if anybody knows where that is, it's between San Pedro and Avalon, wherever that is. But he became the group's manager and introduced them to Jake Porter, who owned this label, Combo Records. And they recorded a number of sides for the Combo record label. I think more than 4. I think when I read it on Marvin Pods, but they had 2 releases on the label. This is their debut single, this tune co-written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Delmar Wilburn. Let's go to late 1953, Johnny G's contribution here to the Collector's Corner. These are the Squires on the Combo label. The song is called Let's Give Love a Try. The Squires.
come on, baby, let's give love a try. Well, we don't need no help, baby, just you and I. Just you and I. Just you and I. Just you and I.
Here you go from the Collector's Corner there. That's the sound of the Squires, a late 1953 release on Jake Porter's Combo Records out of Los Angeles, California. Let's Give Love a Try is the name of the tune. That's Delmar Wilburn on lead. And this is this Squires group. Don't confuse this Squires group with the group that from Pasadena that recorded for the Kicks and the Vita label. And the lead singer there, Delmar Wilburn, he would later become a member of the Turks that recorded for the Money record label. I think eventually, it was, yeah, and Gaynell Hodges group there. But anyway, there you go. That's the Collector's Corner here for April 26, 2025. Johnny G is your disc jockey here for a Saturday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up as we stay in the year 1953. Let's fill a request for Robert in California. And this instrumental ensemble from New Orleans, Louisiana, led by vocalist Billy Mitchell, had 17 releases in all on the Imperial record label, the majority of them without a vocal group, even though they were called Bobby Mitchell. And I say Billy, it's Bobby Mitchell and the Toppers. This was their debut single, their first release on the Imperial record label, but it does sound like there is a vocal group in the background here to me, kind of faintly. But anyway, as we go to Luchud's Imperial Records, this is the Blue and Silver Script Imperial from April 53, going out to Robert in California, Bobby Mitchell and the Toppers. The song is called I'm Crying.
I'm crying 'cause you gone and left me. I'll never be the same. So my darling, you're to blame. I'm lying, saying that you love me when I know that it's not true. So be my loved one.
There you go. That one there by request for Robert in California. That's the debut single for Bobby Mitchell and the Toppers, April 1953. That's on the Imperial record label. I'm Crying is the name of the tune. Johnny G ain't crying anymore. As we continue here, let's move into 1954 now. Let's fill a request for listener James Stone in our YouTube chat room. But I know many of you, especially the early collectors, are familiar with a song by a group called the Esquires on the Hypo record label called Only the Angels Know. Well, they got that tune from this group out of Detroit, Michigan, and this was their first of three on Art and Bob Sutton's Burgundy record label. And this is a request for listener James Stone. The group included Bill Duncan first tenor, Gabriel Suggs second tenor, James Bryant baritone, and B. Robinson as the bass. The tune written by the label owner with the Ross Distry Orchestra. Let's go to February 1954 by request for listener James Stone in our YouTube chat room. The Revelaires, Revelaires, the Revelaires on the Burgundy record label. This is the original version of the tune, Only the Angels Know. This is for James Stone.
Who put the dew on the roses? Told the rose how to grow. I asked the wise man and he replied, only the angels know. Who told my lips they could kiss you? Who told my eyes they could glow? My arms, they could watch you so. Only the angels know. Love is like a mystery, just like the rain and the snow. Now when you're close to me, the miracle seems to grow. Who told the mountain to tremble when there's an earthquake below? Who told my heart it could love you so? Only the angels know.
Go that one there by request for listener James Stone in our YouTube chat room. That is the original version of Only the Angels Know, and the first of three for the Revelaires on the Burgundy record label, July 1954, and Only the Angels Know. And I bought that out of Greg's collection. I didn't have that record. And they have two others on the label, and I don't have those other two. I don't think I do, but I have something. I don't know. I have to check. Maybe I do have one of the two, but I don't think I had the one that, James, you asked me about. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Saturday. Let us continue here. So we are in the 1954 block. Let's fill a request for listener Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. Now, we can consider this group one of the earliest examples of a white vocal group that had a definite R&B sound. They had two releases on Jerry Blaine's Josie Records out of New York City. This was their first release. This is from August of 1954. They're called the Teardrops. The Teardrops on the Josie label, going out to Gordy Freeman. It's called The Stars Are Out Tonight. The Teardrops.
do do dee do wop wa do da do dee do wop wa do dee do dee do wop wa do da do dee do wop wa do dee do the stars are tonight and my love is nowhere inside. Oh, where can she be? Please bring my lover to me. Well, the stars are tonight and my lover's nowhere inside. Oh, where can she be? Please bring my lover to me. Well, the stars are out tonight and my love's nowhere inside. Oh, where is she? Please bring my love to me. Well, the stars are shining bright and my love's nowhere inside. Oh, where is she? Please bring my love to me. Well, the stars are tonight and my lover's nowhere inside. Oh, where can she be? Please bring my lover to me.
There you go. That's August 1954 release for the Teardrops. That one there going out to listener Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. The Stars Are Out Tonight is the name of the tune. That's their first of two on the Josie label. Their other one is good also. It's a little bit harder to find than this one here. Anyway, you also can get that on Port Records, was reissued in 1960, and a lot of reissues on that Port label, and some originals too. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Hope you're digging on the tunes. Here we are in the 1954 block. Let's do a flip side request from last week. I featured this, I guess I would call it two young girls, I think a duet. They were called the Polka Dots with a male group backing them up. And the more I think on this side, maybe it was that, Buddy Milton and the Twilights, they do two records on, I think it's Modern, or is it RPM? I can't remember. They look the same. But maybe that group is backing them up on this. It's some male group backing them up. But I played the side called Stairway to Love, which was the ballad side. This is the flip. And it was a request for listener David Browder. So let's give it a spin. November 1954, the flip side of Stairway to Love, as done by the Polka Dots, tune written by Joe Green. Could it be, can't be Mean Joe Green of the Pittsburgh Steelers? I don't think so. The Polka Dots on Modern. It's called Ting-a-Ling. This is for David Browder.
It was your lips that rang the bell. It was your kiss that made me yell. It was your love that made me holler. Ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling. It was your eyes that knocked me cold. It was your sight that reached my soul. It was your love that made me holler. Ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling. I know now I can't live without you. I know now I can't do without you. I know now it must be about you, 'cause everything's singing and ringing in me. It was your touch that made me scream. You were too much. You made me dream. It was your love that made me holler. Ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling. Singing and ringing in me. It was your touch that made me scream. You were too much. You made me dream. It was your love that made me holler.
Here you go, that one there by request for David Browder. That's the sound of the polka dots. The polka dots there, November 1954. I'm telling you, that sounded like that was Buddy Milton and is it the Twilights or Twilighters? I forget. But it sounded like them in the background. That song called Ting-a-Ling. It's on the Bahari Brothers Modern Record label. As we stay in 1954, fill a request for listener Jerry Gingaro as we go to Monty Bruce's Bruce record label. This was the group's fifth release, their fifth of six for Bruce Records, and a nice rendition of this standard from 1947, originally done by Buddy Johnson and his orchestra with a vocal with Ella Johnson. But let's give a listen to this version as done by the great Harp Tones. It features Willie Winfield on lead from November 1954 by request for Jerry Gingaro. These are the Harp Tones in their rendition of the tune Since I Fell for You. This is for Jerry Gingaro.
You are gone and left me all alone. You took my love and made me leave my home.
I fell for you.
Fell for you.
Love brings such misery and pain. I guess I'll never be the same. Since I fell for you. Well, it's too bad and it's too sad that I'm in love with you. You love me, then you snub me. But why?
That's the great sound of Willie Winfield and the Harp Tones. As that one there on Monty Bruce's Bruce record label, their rendition of the tune Since I Fell For You from November 1954. That one there by request for Jerry Gingaro, tuned into the program. Let us continue here. I could use this record as a collector's corner. This is a rare 45 up next. This is a request for listener Chris Reed. And Chris, did you ever come across this record in the Cleveland area? Because this group is from Cleveland, Ohio, and it's very rare 45 on the Capri record label. And I featured both sides of this tune on the program as requested by many of the top collectors here that tune into the program. And the side called, I think it was Faith, Hope, and Charity. That was a side played by Alan Freed on his WJW radio program. But Chris requested the flip side of the 45, and it features Richard Howard on lead from May of 1954. By request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. These are the Spartans. The Spartans on Capri Records. The song is called Lost. This is for Chris.
I was lost in an endless twilight in the land of ever in between, where the day held no beauty and the night revealed no dreams. I was tossed like a leaf in autumn in a world that never offered love, where the trees never blossomed and the clouds its stars above. But then you appeared like the sun when the clouds depart. You smiled and touched my hand,
And love came to my heart.
I'm lost just the way I like it, in a world that's honeycombed with charm. Now I face sweet tomorrow, for I'm lost in your
Yeah, that one there, good to the last drop. By request for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. The Spartans on the Capri record label from May 1954. A song entitled Lost is the name of the tune, and that is a hard record. It was Spence Wooten that sold me that 45 many years ago. It's going to be at least four figures if you're looking for a clean original of that record. It's not that easy to find. There are boots out there. You have to be careful about the boots there. The true originals have the ropes on the label, so make sure you get that. And I think it says, I forget what they have under the logo there, but you got to be careful on the bootlegs on this record. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Thank you for being here. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I've been picking up lots of subscribers the last couple of days here on the program. Let's see if we can get to 3,000 subscribers. That may give me a little bit of leeway, some more leeway. But I'm going to try to get to the bottom of it. Let's continue here. We are in the year 1954. Let's go to Harlem, New York now. You all know this group. And we're going to send this one out to listener Frank Chingaro, who will be back live tomorrow with his partner Gordon Skagberg on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. They're back after being preempted by sports and the Easter holiday, but they'll be live tomorrow on WRHU FM 88.7. Hofstra Radio with the Rhythm and Blues Serenade from 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They'll be live at least till around 5:30, maybe a little longer than that, and but around really till 6 p.m. So you can tune in on WRHU FM 88.7, or you can listen live. I go to radiostationusa.fm. I go there to that website, /online/WRHU. You'll see it there. They broadcast a number of stations in the areas that they do, and you can tune in to that station to hear the Rhythm and Blues Serenade with Frank and Gordon. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. And this is a request. We'll send it out to Frank Chingaro. The second release for this group, actually the follow-up to their tune called Gloria. I think Wishing Well was the side, but this is the flip side. It's an up-tempo. Features Earl Carroll on lead from November 1954. Let's give a listen to the Cadillacs. The Cadillacs on the Josie label for Frank Chingaro. It's called I Want to Know About Love. These are the Cadillacs.
Oh, baby, oh, honey, take my money. Oh, baby, well, pretty baby, I want to know about love. Know about love. Teach me, baby, squeeze me, honey, please me, baby. Oh, baby, don't hurt me, don't desert me. Oh, baby, well, pretty baby, I want to know about love. Know about love. Well, took my money, left me dry. Now, pretty baby, the tears run down my eyes. Oh, baby, oh, honey, don't hurt me, don't desert me. Well, pretty baby, I want to know about love. About love. My money left me in the cold. What's the matter, baby? You're going at my gold, baby. Oh, honey, don't hurt me, don't desert me. Well, pretty baby, I want to know about love. Oh, baby, oh, honey, take my money. Oh, baby, don't hurt me, don't desert me. Oh, baby, well, pretty baby, I want to know about love. Well, pretty baby, I want to know about love.
And we'll send that one out to Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. That's the great sound of the Cadillacs. Earl Carroll and the Cadillacs, their second release on the Josie record label from November 54. I Want to Know About Love is the name of the tune. Well, you can learn about the love of the music here on a Saturday evening with your host, Johnny G, I am your professor. I'm going to tell YouTube that. This is a learning experience for many, many people. We have some experienced collectors that tune into the program, so they already know, and they have lived the music, but so many others have not. So thank you all for being here. Tell your friends about this program. You can watch it in the privacy of your own home on your iTV or your cell phone or your tablet. Andy Lamusio watches on the tablet, and others watch on their PCs. But hope you're digging on the tunes here, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's stay in Harlem, New York now, and fill a request for listener Robert from California. And this is the debut single for this group. It was unfortunate that they never had a national hit, but they should have. And any person growing up in the mid-1950s would be familiar with some of their tunes, like Lily Mae Bell and the Woo Woo Train, just to name a few. But this was their debut single, came out on High Weiss's Old Town record label, was written by the group's lead singer. His name is Richard Barrett. This is from November of 1954. It's going out to Robert in California. Here are the Valentines on Old Town and their tune called Tonight, Kathleen. Here you go. That's the debut single there for the Valentines by request for Robert from California, November 1954. That's Richard Barrett on lead there. Tonight, Kathleen is the name of the tune. I think this record, wasn't this on Alan Freed's Memory Lane LP that came out on End Records? So it must have been a record that he played on his Wins program, I would guess. But a great tune, great two-sided 45 too. Summer Love is the flip side there. Let us continue here. Let's move into 1955. Fill a request for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat. As we head out to Nashville, Tennessee, we go to Ernie Young's Excello record label, and Louis Brooks and the High Toppers. They had a number of releases on the Excello record label, and they had a vocalist that would sing with the group. His name was Earl Gaines, and then eventually he would have his own releases on the label, but he gets a vocalist mention on this 45. I think this was their... if you're looking at Louis Brooks and his High Toppers, was his second of 7, I guess, on the Excello record label. Now, Louis Brooks was the pianist for the group, and of the High Toppers, of course, they played all their instruments, but Earl Gaines was the vocalist. Let's go to September of 1955. I had to dig for this record, but I found it quickly I think in the 3rd G box. Because I had it filed under Earl Gaines, the vocalist on this. So let's send this one out to Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, in our YouTube chat room. September 55, Earl Gaines on the Excello label. It's called Baby, Baby, What's Wrong? This is for Joseph Smith.
Looking for my baby, she's out having a ball. And when she's out, she don't even call. Baby, 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 baby. Tell me what is wrong with you. I said, now listen, baby, what's wrong with you? Don't treat me nothing like you used to do. Oh, baby. Baby, 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 tell me what is wrong with you. I dreamed last night I held you tight, even asked you to be my wife, baby, 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 tell me what is wrong with you. About 4:30, had a nerve to tell me she don't want me no more, baby, 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 tell me what is wrong with you. Oh, baby, 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 baby.
There you go. There you go. By request for Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound. That's the sound of Earl Gaines. Earl Gaines being backed up there by Louis Brooks and the High Toppers, September 1955, on Ernie Young's Excello Records. It's called Baby, Baby, What's Wrong is the name of the tune. I collect that Excello record label, and I don't have everything on the label. Some of them are really hard to find, some of those early Excellos. They are on the yellow label. But anyway, we play great R&B here also, not only vocal groups, but also R&B. As we continue here, we are in the 1955 block. Again, if you are new to the program here, please consider subscribing. Lots of people find out about this program here. We want the copyright police to stay away because it's hard when you're using other people's content, or I should say musicians' content. But anyway, this show, I get a little bit of leeway with it because, I don't know, I guess maybe because a lot of these records are not that well known. So the owners think that possibly there's not a lot of money to make on some of these things. And maybe the people are not around, they just don't know about the records at all. And I'm sure it's funny because sometimes when I post scans of the labels of records that I'm featuring, these comments, because Charlene shares my post to a bunch of different sites on YouTube, and not YouTube, on Facebook, and they're like, I don't know any of these records. So nobody knows any of these records. And sometimes, though, if you look and read the labels, you may recognize some of the writers and the producers and the band leaders, etc., on the label. So it takes years to understand all that, but eventually you do. But anyway, so I hope you're digging on these tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. Let us continue here. We are in 1955. Let's fill a request now for Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room. Joe is a ballad guy, and we go out to Los Angeles, California again, this time to the Bahari Brothers RPM record label, and this was the group's first release. Actually, take it back, Charlene, you got the flip side here. I should say the group's first release for RPM was a song called Why Don't You Write Me. That was a cover that originally was done by a group called The Feathers, and but Joe requested the flip side of that record. Now, what they did, and I don't know exactly what the reason was, but the first flip side of Why Don't You Write Me was a song called Smack Dab in the Middle. But for some reason, they replaced that song. Maybe they wanted to put another ballad on the flip side because they did so well with their version of Why Don't You Write Me, and then they put this ballad on the flip side of that. So I guess we can call this the second release from August of 1955, and it features Ted Taylor on lead. And Ted Taylor, I think he had an unmistakable voice, because nobody really could sing like Ted Taylor, and you can hear it even in his stuff from the 1960s, his soul records from the 60s, as he went on to record into the 1960s. But this is the alternate flip side for the Jacks, the flip side of Why Don't You Write Me, and it's by request for listener Joe Shacatano. August 55, the Jacks on RPM. It's Ted Taylor on lead. It's called My Darling. This is for Joe Shacatano.
My darling, I love you deep down in my heart. I'll never had a feeling that we would ever pause. Remember, I love you whatever betide. It's always my desire to be by your
There you go, by request for Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Jacks. The Jacks lost my place. Yeah, from August 1955. That's the alternate flip side of Why Don't You Write Me, song entitled My Darling. That one there on RPM Records, and that is with the unmistakable voice of Ted Taylor. You know, the thing about the Jacks and the Cadets, all the group members did leads with their releases. They did through the years. The Jacks, a great group out of Los Angeles, California. Let us continue here, and let's stay in 1955. Let's fill a request for UK listener Indrajit Advani for this pianist and singer, originally from Louisville, Kentucky, first recording in the late 1940s with releases on the Signature record label, also on King Records, I think. Has some 78s, or 1 or 2 78s on King. But he would sign with Leonard Allen States record label, which was out of Chicago in early 1953. Had 3 releases on the States record label. I normally feature his second release with a vocal group that would back him up called the Doves, which was his second release on the label. But Indrajit requested his third release. It's a song he co-wrote, and it's with a combo. So his name is Cliff Butler and his combo. This is by request for UK listener Indrajit Advani. Let's go to May of 55 on the States label. Cliff Butler and his combo with, this is an interesting title. It's called Your Honey, But the Bees Don't Know, for Indrajit.
If they knew it, oh baby, because you're honey, but the bees don't know it. Your smile is sweetness to me always. Hey baby, you're honey, but the bees don't know it. Well, I can't help it, I can't help it, I'll have to call you honey. To be loved, love begets love. Oh darling, please look and listen to me always. Oh baby, because you're honey, I said you're honey baby, but the bees don't know it. Blow your horn, man, hey! Going out to UK listener Indrajit Advani. I wasn't even sure that I had this record
because I think originally I told you Indrajit I didn't have it, but I was going through, I don't know what I was looking for in the B box, the Butler, and I said, wait a minute here, somebody requested this, and I went to look and I said, well, here it is, Charlene, we got to take it off the to buy list and put it in and do the write-up. So there you go, May 1955 by request for Indrajit, Cliff Butler and his combo, and that's on the States record label Your Honey, but the Bees Don't Know It. Johnny G is not a disc jockey. Well, yes, I am, but the others don't know it. We're just playing records here on a Saturday night, so thank you all for being here. Nobody does what I do, and I'm glad you're enjoying this show. If you are, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is our second show of this week. I will be doing a 78 show this coming Wednesday. I was supposed to go get a haircut on Thursday. Grace was here, but I don't know, I had like a dizzy spell. I was too dizzy here. I don't know what it was. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep or whatnot, but I ended up not going. So anyway, so we're going to see. Maybe I'll go on Monday. We'll see, but I do need a haircut. Let us continue here. We are in the 1955 block. Here's a request for listener Josue Perez. This group formed while attending Fremont High School back in 1954. Now, the quartet included Ronald Brown. He was the bass. Sam Jackson was the tenor. Ted Brown, the baritone, and the lead singer of the group, his name, Bobby Ralph. And they recorded for the Bahari Brothers Flair record label. This was the group's debut single, a tune written by their lead singer, Bobby Ralph. And Tony Crosby, you're waiting for a fast record. The next record will be up-tempo, but not this record. So by request for Josue Perez from January 55, let's give a listen to Bobby Ralph and the Laurels on the Bahari Brothers Flair label, their debut single. It's called Farewell for Josue.
Down over you. Farewell, oh farewell. All my troubles have been over you. Tell me, my darling, what to do. Farewell, 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 baby, and Trudy to you. Farewell. Ooh. All my troubles have been over you. Tell me, my darling, what to do. Farewell.
That's the debut single for Bobby Ralph and the Laurels from January 1955 on the Bahari Brothers Flair Records. That one there by request for Josue Perez. Farewell is the name of the tune. It's not farewell, not yet, not till after midnight tonight as we continue. We move into 1956 now. Fill a request for listener Liam in Australia. This group is out of New York. They had just one single, one release. Came out on Sid Nathan's Deluxe Records. The group included a 17-year-old Robert Harris. He was the bass of the group. 18-year-old James Fobbs, he was the baritone. 19-year-old Robert Banks, first tenor. 18-year-old Willie Page, second tenor. And the senior of the group, he was 20 years old back in 1956. He was the lead singer. His name is Carlton Langford, and he wrote both sides of this disc. Collectively, they were known as the Blue Chips. The Blue Chips here. This is going out to listener Liam. He requested the jump side. We'll also send it out to Tony Crosby in our YouTube chat room. December 1956. Here are the Blue Chips on Deluxe. It's called Come Back.
I woke up this morning, my baby was gone. Woke up this morning, my baby was gone. Should've caught the 12:40, well, she gone on home. Yeah, so I say come back, baby come back. You know I love you so. Why did you ever go? Baby, come on home. Well, you belong. If you see so home to me, you know I love her so. Why did she ever go? Baby, come on home. Well, you belong. Well, high as the mountain, cool as the breeze. Young as the woman, tight she was squeezed. Come back, baby, come back. You know I love you so. Why did you ever go? Yeah, the rooster crows nearly heard for Spain. The way I love you, baby, make a bowl and make a stain. Come back, baby, come back. You know I love you so. Why did you ever go? Yes, I said come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, baby, come back. Please come back to me.
Yeah, that's a swinging tune there by request for Liam in Australia. We'll also send it out to Tony Crosby in our YouTube chat. He's listening in the wee hours of the morning over in the UK. I get a lot of UK listeners that tune into the program live, especially on my Wednesday night show. Listen to the soul music. But this is from December 1956. The Blue Chips there. That is Carlton Langford on lead. He wrote the tune. It's called Come Back. On Deluxe Records. Who was it? Chris Reed mentioned, if you're going to collect a label, Deluxe Records is a label you want to collect. Johnny G here, your disc jockey. We are in the year 1956. Let's go back out to California. Fill a request, an old request for listener Timothy. this girl group. Now, these gals were previously members of the Dreamers, and they backed up Richard Berry on some of his releases. They are Gloria Jones, Annette Williams, and Finetta Barrett. And this is their first of two. Came out on Leon Renee's Class record label. Now I have I have this two ways. I have a mint copy that Spence sold me years ago on like the flat Class label, but this is like the shiny label, and I don't know which one is first. So but this one is a little bit lesser condition, but it plays okay. This tune written by Johnny Guitar Watson and Johnny Otis's bass player, who was Mario Delgarde. And this is from July of 1956. It's going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. Let's give a listen to the Rolettes. The Rolettes on Class. It's called Sad Fool for Timothy.
Now you've left me all alone. I've been a fool. I am the saddest of fools. I'm walking round in circles, my darling, out of my mind, because a true love, my baby, is left behind. I know it's so hard to find. I've been the saddest of fools. I long to hold you in my arms, but you left me all alone. I broke the rules. I am the saddest of fools. I am the saddest of fools.
Yeah, Sounds of California here on the Vinyltreasure Show. There you go, by request for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat room, July 1956. Sound of the Rolettes. Rolettes on Class Records. Sad Fool is the name of the tune. Don't have to be sad when you're tuned into the Vinyltreasure Show. Got to say hello to Karen Efron, who is tuned into the program. Hi, Karen. Thanks for tuning in. Also to Tommy Albergo, tuned into the program. Got a request coming up for Tommy later in the program. And Bill Obe is tuned in. And a couple other people here that I'm losing my mind on as we continue here. And let's do a flip side request for Big Dave Swinger. Let's go to the Nutmeg State for the Nutmegs as we head out to New Haven, Connecticut. Now, last week I played, I think I opened, no, I didn't open the show with this song. I don't think I did, Charlene. I played their fifth release on Al Silver's Herald record label, a song called Coming Home, and that featured James Coco Tyson on lead. Big Dave also requested the flip side, and it features Leroy Griffin on lead, and he also wrote this tune. Let's go to November of 1956 for the great sound of the Nutmegs on the Herald label. This is for Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. It's called A Love So True, the Nutmegs.
Do 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 do.
Love is ended. I'm gone. Oh, how I cry. I need you, darling. Here by my side. Gone is the time. When you were mine, I cried for you. I see the dawn. Or I'll never sleep at night. I often wonder if you see all lovers' vision. Oh, won't you come home? Each night I cry. I need you, darling. Here by my side. Gone is the time. When you were mine, I cried for you. I see the dawn. Boy, I will never sleep at night. I often wonder if you see our lovers' vision. Oh, won't you come home? Each night I cry. I need you, darling. Here by my side. Gone is the time. When you were mine, I cried for you. Yes.
There you go. That one there going out to listener Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. That's Leroy Griffin and the Nutmegs on the Herald record banner, November 1956. Song entitled A Love So True. And when I say that was their fifth release on the Herald record label out of the Nutmeg state. Speaking of nuts, you know, I was crossing the street, was on Friday. I had to go to make a deposit in the bank. Then I had to go pick up some medication. So, you know, you have to press the, we have like, they changed the speed limit in my town down to, I think, 25 miles an hour on the main drag. So you press, you have to press this like crossing thing and the lights go on both sides. Of course, you think the people stop? It was funny because one guy stops. I'm walking out. You got to really look because there's so many nuts out there. They don't probably know how to drive because they just went right through like nothing was happening. They're yapping and talking and whatnot. So there's a lot of nuts out there. I can tell you that much. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Hope you're digging on the cool tunes here. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And hopefully some new listeners are learning about the music that they probably don't know anything about, but we continue here. And let's fill a request for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room as we go back out to California. Lots of California tunes on tonight's program here, as this next group has some music historians puzzled. Oh, did I write that, Charlene? Some think this group is really the Hollywood Flames, but they're not sure. But others think that this group is Bobby Bird, which features Bobby Bird on lead, and that Earl Nelson was also in this group. So I don't know who this group. Well, maybe I don't know, Charlene, where we got this. But anyway, this is their second of two on the Bahari Brothers Modern record label, and this is actually a cover song. This song was first done by the Colts on the Vital label, but let's give a listen to this rendition by a group called The Sounds. I showed you the black label, which is not the true first press. It's the red label modern label, which is styrene. And you know how much Johnny G hates styrene 45s. And it's a clean one too. It plays okay, but it just doesn't have a great sound to it. But this nice vinyl press does. So I don't care if it's on the black label. We're going to play it January 1956 by request for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. Let's give a listen to the sounds. The sounds on the modern label and their rendition of the tune, Sweet 16.
Sweet 16 and never been kissed, my teenage queen, I can't resist kissing you. Please, please don't stop me, for you send my soul and your mommy and daddy will know of my goal. Sweet 16, I love only you. You are my dream. It's time that you know. And when our teenage is over, we'll walk down the aisle and you'll still seem sweet 16. Sweet 16. I love only you. You are my dream. It's time that you know. And when her teenage is over, we'll walk down the aisle and you'll still sing, sweet 16, sweet 16.
Yeah, by request there going out to Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. Those are the sounds. I have to say, I agree with Big Dave Swinger. Sounds like Bobby Bird is on lead there. January 1956. That's their second of two on the modern record label. Sweet 16 is the name of the tune. Now, interestingly enough, this copy here was at one time Pete Yaffe was he used to buy the late Pete Yaffe, unfortunately, he used to buy two copies of a record because he wanted a copy for his brother. And I thought it was kind of strange, but anyway, maybe he figured it out finally because Spence, and I don't know if it was Kenny Fuchs and Spence got together to sell the duplicates, but Spence came over the house one day and he says, Johnny, and he never really told me till later that, and they were all priced, I guess reasonably priced, I want to say, and they were all clean. This record plays clean. So he brought them here. He brought me, I think, about 10 boxes of records, and there were not any of, there weren't anything really rare in there. There were a lot of items that I didn't have, like by a Steve Gibson and the Red Cap, some of the early things, and there were some other clean items like that one, other things on Capitol and whatnot. So I bought a whole bunch from them, and they had the prices on there. They're on the sleeve. I think it's is it on this sleeve? I don't know. I think this. I forget. But anyway, that was Pete Yaffe's, I don't know, we'll call it his record that he had, because he used to buy 2 of every record. Now, I don't know if he would be able to find 2 of this next record, because this next record qualifies as a Collector's Corner 45, and it's a request for listener Chris Reed as we go back out to Los Angeles, California. This is an ultra-rare record. There weren't many records, although there were some. It was funny because Greg Surik, who had really a pretty monster collection of certain records, many more records. Well, I had some that he needed, and this was one that he needed, and he never could find a copy of this, and I lucked out getting this record back in 2000, I think, off of eBay, believe it or not. I contacted the guy, and I said, look, I'll buy that record from you privately. Or there was another record I bought, and I asked him if he has something like that. But he told me he bought this record in a record store out in California when it came out originally, and it's been in his collection for all these years. And I'm not going to deny I had to pay him 4 figures, but the low end of the 4-figure range. And it's the second of 2 for this group, because they have another one, their first one, which is hard to get also. I have both of them. The group is called the Celebrities, and it features Clay Hammond. And Clay Hammond, he was the founding member of a gospel group called the Mighty Clouds of Joy, which included Little Johnny Taylor, who would record, I think Little Johnny Taylor recorded his song called Part-Time Love. Some of you soul collectors or soul aficionados may know that tune. I think it came out on the Galaxy label. But Clay's younger brother was Walter Hammond. And what does that have to do with this thing? And he was a member of the Olympics. Okay, well, I guess that's the tie-in. But Clay went on to have a number of soul releases in the 1960s, but before that, he recorded with someone by the name of Johnny Young and a group called the Celebrities, and this was their second release. It came out on a label called Caroline Records. It's from 1956. It's by request for Chris Reed. This is Clay Hammond and Johnny Young along with the Celebrities on Caroline Records. It's called We Made Romance. This is for Chris Reed.
till there ain't enough time. I tell the world about our true love, that we were put together by the one above. And then we walk, and then we talk, and then we made
There you go, Rare 45s here for a Saturday evening. That one there going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room, 1956. Clay Hammond and Johnny Young along with the Celebrities. Their second release on the Caroline record label out of Los Angeles, California. We Made Romance is the name of the tune. Let us continue here. We are in the 1956 block. Let's fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. This was also on Big Dave Swinger's request list. This group is out of Washington, D.C., and they recorded a couple of sides for Pilgrim Records, also for Jay Perry. Well, actually, first, though, for Mary Lee was their record on Red Robin Records. But DJ Jay Perry, a disc jockey on WEAM in Arlington, Virginia, hooked them up with George Golner's Rama record label, which resulted in this lone release. And it features Ronald Miles on lead, and it's with Jimmy Wright and the orchestra. You can hear them in the background here from September 1956. This is going out to Edmund Williams and Big Dave Swinger. Let's give a listen to the Rainbows. Rainbows on George Golner's Rama Records. The song is called They Say.
I pray that you stay with me nightly. I always want you here by my side. I pray to my Lord
Yeah, that's the great sound of the Rainbows there. The Rainbows on George Goldner's Rama Records by request for Edmund Williams. Also, we'll send it out to Big Dave Swinger. September 56 release, They Say, is the name of the tune. That's Ronald Miles on lead. There is a clip. It is amazing to see. He was such a nice guy, Ronald Miles. There's a clip of him. I think it was, I don't know whether that show was Todd Baptista. I think that's his website on YouTube, that they're singing it, and he sounds just like the record, and so sad. And I was crying when I watched that performance, really, and because he's just singing his heart out there. It's a great tune, The Rainbows, What They Say. Johnny G here on a Saturday. We are in the 1956 block. Let's fill a request for listener Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. And this is a flip side request. He requested last week the Castells, their final release it came out on the Atco record label, and played the side called, the A side was called, Charlene didn't put it on here. The A side, well, I don't care, A or B. Hey Baby Baby was the side, a tune written by George Grant. Okay, but we're going to hear the flip side here, and it is a request for Daniel Kubacki. This side features Clarence Scott on lead. Let's go to May of 1956. Charlene's got 58. We got into a problem with that last week, but May 1956, by request for Daniel Kubacki, the Castells on Atco Records. I think I heard this first on the Bobby O and Jive and Joe show. It's called Happy and Gay, the Castells, for Daniel Kubacki.
Want you to know, and when I get you, I'll never let you go. Come on, baby, baby, then we'll be happy and gay.
Happy and gay.
Well, come on, baby, please don't say maybe. I love you, and I'll be true. Come on, baby, baby, then we'll be happy and gay.
Happy and gay.
Well, I love you, baby, cause you're so fine. I want your lips, dear, right next to mine. I want you, baby, all of my life. Please say you'll be mine. Come on, baby, please don't fool me. I love you, and I'll be true. Come on, baby, baby, then we'll be happy and gay. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo, whoa, whoa, whoa. 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 Happy and gay. Well, I love you, baby, cause you're so divine. I want your lips, dear, right next to mine. I want you, baby, all of my life. Please say you'll be mine. Come on, baby, please don't fool me. I really love you, darling, don't mean baby. Come on, baby, baby, then we'll be happy and gay.
Happy and gay.
Oh.
There you go. That one there by request for Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. I have to say that's the A-side too. I think they would push the up-tempo side. Well, actually, I think they're both up-tempo sides, to be honest with you. That one there, May 1956 on the Atco record label by request for Daniel Kubacki, Happy and Gay by the Castells. Not George Grant on that side. He does lead on the flip. This is Clarence Scott on lead. I was reading this bio promo. Up next is a request for listener Tom Shaughnessy, and he was telling me, I mean, he's been asking me for this record for a while, and because I think he says he has a CD by this singer by the name of Earl King. Okay, and he says, Johnny, do you have this record by him, this song, because it's not on the it's not on the CD. So I said, okay, so let me see if I have it. And I've been looking for it for a number of weeks, and I see here it's got a pretty cool write-up here. And I think Sid Nathan did these write-ups. But Charlene, this is what you should have copied here. It says here, Earl King was wait, that's the wrong side. We'll do the other side first. Born in Philadelphia, November 19th, 1929, Earl King received his musical education from his mother, who was lead soloist with the Mount Olive Church Choir. Later Earl himself directed various small spiritual singing groups in and around Philadelphia. King was graduated from Temple University in 1952. His childhood ambition is to be an engineer, or was to be an engineer, was changed after his first taste of the music world. Well, this is as good a write-up as any, to be honest. Earl King was married in June of 1955 in Charlotte, West Virginia. Now, his first job was working as a grocery clerk in his father's store. Now, Earl was in the Army from 1945 to 1949 when he was discharged with the commission of second lieutenant. With each succeeding release, Earl King becomes more popular with the public. Currently, he is on an East Coast, or he's on a coast-to-coast personal appearance tour. So there you go. That's as good as write-up of any. Some people say a lot of that was bull crap or whatnot, but I think that was real. But anyway, let's give a listen to this tune here, because it's not a bad record either. As I line it up there, I apologize for that. But let's give this a spin. So this is for Tommy Shaughnessy, tuned into the program. And this is from April of 1957. Now, he had 12 releases on the King label. This was his 9th release. It's called Walking Slowly. This tune written by Charles Singleton and Rosemary McCoy. Earl King for Tommy Shaughnessy, Walking Slowly.
Walking slowly from you, darling, with an aching in my heart, 'cause you said you didn't love me, and said it's best for us to part. Walking slowly from you, darling, with my head hanging low, but I'm praying that you call me and tell me, baby, please don't go. When somebody loves somebody you've been mistaken, and you really you've been mistaken, and you really love me true, I would stop this walking slowly and come a-running back to you.
There you go. That one there going out to listener Tom Shaughnessy in Florida. That's not on. So Tommy, you can steal that record off the show. That's not on the CD that was put out by Earl King's his name, April 1957. That is his, which one is this? This was his 9th release on Sid Nathan's King record label. Walking Slowly is the name of the tune. And I read that. That's a cool bio that they did. And I think that was a good thing, I think, that Sid Nathan did for the DJs to know something about the artist. You know, maybe they never heard of the guy before. But anyway, I think it's a good thing. Johnny G's trying to educate those of you that have never heard any of these records before. It's a good thing. And even for your listening pleasure, let us continue. I know many of you know this tune. This is a request for listener Gary Hendren in Alabama as we go back to Harlem, New York. This group had 5 releases on Danny Robinson's Everlast record label. Their debut single was their biggest hit, was a song called Desiree. This was the follow-up to written by Les Cooper. It features Joe Greer on lead. And this one charted here in New York City, number 34 on WABC in New York City from October 57. Let's give a listen to the charts. It's on Everlast Records for Gary Hendren. It's called Dance Girl.
Woo!
There you go, October 57 release there for the charts. That's Joe Greer on lead with the charts by request for Gary Hendren in Alabama. Dance Girl is the name of the tune. That's on the Everlast record label. We continue in the 1957 block. Let's fill a request for listener James Stone in our YouTube chat room. This gal, she hails from Newark, New Jersey. She performed and recorded in the 1940s. First recording back in 1946 for the Musicraft record label. You may know her signature song from 1959. Came out on the Mercury record label, a song called Broken Hearted Melody. But she recorded for a number of different labels. I think I have a whole bunch of singles by her on the Columbia record label. But I had to go looking for this record, which I had. This was her 25th release. Came out in November of 1957. Now, the interesting thing is it says Planetary Music is the publishing. Now, it wasn't Planetary Music a Morris Levy with Roulette? I thought that would be. So I don't know. Was this something that was on Roulette Records prior to this? Possibly. But it's with Hal Mooney and the orchestra from November 1957. Let's give a listen to Sarah Vaughn. Sarah Vaughn for James Stone on the Mercury label. It's called The Next Time Around. Sarah Vaughn.
Maybe I'll get lucky with you the next time around. Maybe then your heart will be true the next time around. Run, little fool, have your day in the sun now. I'll wait my turn. Run, little fool, have your barrel of fun now. Someday you'll learn. Maybe you'll be lonely as I the next time around. Dreaming of a kiss and a sigh the next time around. Maybe then you will find that a love such as mine, dear, isn't easily found, and maybe you'll remain in my arms the next time around. Maybe you'll be lonely as I the next time around. Dreaming of a kiss and a sigh the next time around. Maybe then you will find that a love such as mine, dear, isn't easily found, and maybe you'll remain in my arms the next time around.
Yeah, I'll send that one out to my mom. She's tuned into the program. She's going to like that tune. When was the last time you heard that song here on the radio. I bet you never did. November 1957, Sarah Vaughn. Now, James Stone says the Mellow Men may be backing her up on that. There is a group, and they're more prominent on the flip side for that. We'll play that for Marvin Pod next week. Sarah Vaughn on the Mercury record label, her 25th release from November 57, The Next Time Around. That's for James Stone in our YouTube chat room. Unfortunately, we lost her on April 3rd of 1990. She passed away from lung cancer, but we remember her here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure show and fill this request for listener Big Dave Swinger. This singer and harmonica player born in Franklin, Tennessee. His name is Thomas Shy Guy Douglas. First recording for the Excello label back in 1953 and 1954. Now, Big Dave requested a release on Ted Jarrett and Allen and Reynolds. What? Charlene, what is that? Allen and Reynolds Bubis's Calvert label out of Nashville. I always thought it was Ted Jarrett's Nashville label. Okay. And it is Thomas Shy Guy Douglas on main vocals and harmonica. Now, Arthur Gunther is on guitar. Now, Earl Gaines, who you heard earlier, is on drums. And we're going to send this, and he wants to send this one out to Indrajit Advani. Okay, there you go. 1957 release for Little Shy Guy and the Hot Rods, not rocks, rods. Little Shy Guy and the Hot Rods on Calvert Records. It's called Let's Rock and Roll for Big Dave Swinger.
What did we come here for?
To rock and roll.
What did we come here for?
To rock and roll.
What did we come here for?
To rock and roll.
What did we come here for?
To rock and roll.
Oh, wee baby, let's rock and roll. If you wanna be my baby,
let's rock and roll.
If you wanna be my baby,
let's rock and roll.
If you wanna be my baby,
let's rock and roll.
If you wanna be my baby,
let's rock and roll.
Oh, wee baby, let's rock and roll. Take my hand, I'm ready to rock. I feel like a rockin' all around the clock. You can't help moving, it's a crazy beat. It's all in my body and it's heading for my feet. Oh, wee baby, let's rock and roll. Well, it ain't no harm
to rock and roll.
Oh, it ain't no harm
to rock and roll.
No, it ain't no harm
to rock and roll.
Well, it ain't no harm
to rock and roll.
Oh, wee baby, let's rock and roll. If you wanna be my baby,
let's rock and roll.
If you wanna be my baby,
let's rock and roll.
If you wanna be my baby,
let's rock and roll.
If you wanna be my baby,
Let's rock and roll. Oh, wee baby. Let's rock and roll.
There you go. That is a cool tune. Johnny G ain't bashful to play up-tempo blues here on the Vinyltreasure show. I collect it, and I like it. There you go, by request for Big Dave Swinger, sending that one out to Indrajit Advani in the UK, Little Shy Guy, and the Hot Rods from 1957 on the Calvert record label. Played $2 for that 45 from Mike Demersion. It's called Let's Rock and Roll is the name of the tune. We always do that here on a Saturday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is my final show of the week. I will be back on Wednesday evening with the 1960s Soul Show. So if you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I will be back on Thursday afternoon beginning at 3 p.m. for the 78 show. We're going to do that this coming week, and then we'll be back here on Oldies and More on YouTube with the 50s and early 60s. We are in the 1957 block. Let's go back out to California this time with a request for Bill Olb in New Jersey, as this group had 11 releases on Max Feartag's Flip Records, and their debut single was their biggest hit. I'm sure many of you know the tune. It was called A Casual Look, but this was their fourth release on the Flip label, written by Ed Wells. It features Trudy Williams on lead from March of 1957. By request for Bill Olb, the 16s. The 16s on Flip. It's called Was It a Dream of Mine for Bill Olb, the 16s.
Stole my fortune. She said, little girl, you'll be sad, for love will strike you once, oh, only once, and this one time you turn away. One day as I looked out of my window, and there on my porch stood a boy. He knocked up on my door, said, Miss, how do you do? I'm the boy that was meant for you.
May I come in? May I come in?
No, no,
Into your heart.
So I took him to the lady, and she said, yes, this is the boy. Then my heart began to pound, and my hands began to shake. Was I asleep or was I awake?
A dream of mine.
This dream of mine.
Dream, dream divine.
This dream divine.
Dream, dream of mine.
This dream of
That record's slightly off center. I didn't realize that, unless it's got a big hole there. Sometimes the hole is a lot bigger there, so kind of like you got to jiggle it around. But anyway, there you go. That's Trudy Williams and the 16s from March 1957. That's their fourth release for the Flip record label. Was It a Dream of Mine is the name of the tune. Was that is correct? Yes, it was. As we continue here, let's move into 1958 now. Fill a request for listener Paul Michel. He wants to send this tune out to your host, disc jockey, Johnny G. This Hispanic group from Brooklyn, New York. They signed with Sid Nathan's King record label, which was out of Cincinnati, Ohio. This is their debut single, the tune written by group member Tommy Rivera. It features Mike Cruz on lead from February of 1958. Let's give a listen to the Temptations, not the Detroit Temptations now. This group is out of Brooklyn, New York. They would be forced to change their name with their next release, but they were first known as the Temptations. This is on King Records, Sid Nathan's King record label. The song is called Standing Alone for Paul Michel.
Dom 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 dom. Now that you left me, I'm all alone, looking for someone to call my own. But you've gone and you left me standing all alone. I spend my days walking alone, thinking and dreaming of your love. But I won't dream forever, 'cause I found someone to love. Since you have gone, I couldn't sleep. Come back, my dear, come back to me. But you've gone and you left me standing all
There you go, by request for Paul Michel, the sound of the Temptations. And this was before the Temptations got together up in Detroit. This Temptations group was out of Brooklyn, New York. From February 1958. That's their debut single. That's Mike Cruz on lead. Standing Alone is the name of the tune. That's on Sid Nathan's King label. And actually, I take it back. They had to change their name because there was a Temptations group that recorded for Savoy Records. They were kind of like a rockabilly group, recorded for Savoy Records. So they were forced to change their name. And with their second release on King, they were known as the Van Dykes. They became, and that song is called The Bells Are Ringing. That's a nice ballad that they do. But there you go for Paul Michel, the Temptations with Standing Alone. Johnny G not letting you stand alone for a Saturday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you're digging what you're hearing on this third show of the Vinyltreasure show for this week, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and click that bell and click the thumbs up if you dig what you're hearing. We play the records by year. We are in the 58 block. Let's go to the Bahamas now. How many of you out there have a record from the Bahamas? Well, this record is out of the Bahamas, and it's a request for listener Bill Sheriff. This group would later record as the sensational Delos that recorded for the Mida record label. I featured Lost Love not too long ago, and they were known as the Delos, and they were on this label called UC Records, backing up a singer by the name of John Shaw. This is arranged by Billy Cook. So this is going out to Bill Sheriff, a rare record too, by the way. I bought this one from Ralph Barton when I used to go to that Allentown, Pennsylvania show, which was a couple weeks ago, by the way. Let's go to July of 58 for Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. John Shaw and the Delos on UC Records out of the Bahamas. It's called Why Did You Leave Me? John Shaw and the Delos.
Why did you leave me? Why did you go? No, my little darling, I love you so. Why did you leave me? Why did you ever go? Oh, when you left me, you broke my heart. Why, my little darling, why did we part? Why did you leave me? Why did you break my heart? You know, when you left me, you broke my heart. Why did you leave me? Why did we part? Why did you leave me? Why did you break my heart? Now that we parted, I miss you so. My lonely heart is wondering, where did you go? Why did you leave me? Why did you have to
There you go, by request for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room, July 58, John Shaw and the Delos. It's on the UC record label, which is out of the Bahamas. It's called Why Did You Leave Me? Well, some of you got to go to bed, so you're going to have to leave Johnny G, but we're moving along here for a Saturday evening. We are in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request for listener Casey Hines in Paris as we go back to Philadelphia now. And the true first press of this song came out on the Atco record label. They issued this in December of 1957. It was then put out locally in Philadelphia on Barry Golder and Jocko Henderson's mainline label. And that's the one that sells for more money. Don't ask me why. The song features Eddie Custis on lead. I think he also co-wrote the tune. It's a great two-sided 45, and I think that Casey requested both sides of this. But let's give a listen to the ballad side from February 1958 for this release on the mainline label. These are the Superiors. The Superiors with Lost Love for Casey.
The sun won't shine like it used to before until you say, darling, that you're mine once more. All of my memories, darling, all of my cares, they are too hard for me to bear. The moon won't glow like it glowed that night when I held you, darling, oh so tight. We two together, you said it would be, then you laughed, you turned, walked out on me. You took advantage of my faithfulness. You knew all I wanted was your happiness. Knowing you tear our dream world apart, you found a new love and broke my heart. The moon won't glow like it glowed that night when I held you, darling, oh so tight. We two together, you said it would be, then you laughed, you turned, and walked out on me. Lost love.
You know, I think that piano was taken from the Lee Andrews song Teardrops. What do you think? But yeah, Josue Perez says that people did think at one time that that was Willie Winfield on lead. It is not. The lead singer on the group is Eddie Custis. He also co-wrote that tune, February 1958, by request for Casey Hines in Paris. The Superiors featured it on the mainline record label. Lost Love is the name of the tune. If you have a request, you have to place the request a week ahead of time because I have to pull the records out. I have about 197,045s here. I have to go through to find your requests, and it's a monster. It's a monster thing to do. I will tell you that much. As I run out of room here in the home to put the records, it's like crazy time. And then when I have my 60s collections separate from my 50s collection, and then I have a bunch of 70s and 80s down in the no humidity basement, it gets crazy. So anyway, so you need the best way to get your request to Johnny G is to email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number to get in touch with your disc jockey. We are in 1958, one more in 1958. It's a flip side request for listener Mike Sape in our YouTube chat room. As last week I featured this group, the Echoes. They were from Brainsville, New York. They had 2 releases on the Edco record label. Now, last week we played Teenage Love by them, and Mike wanted to send that one out to Joe Shacatano and Frank Chingari. He also wants to send the flip out to them. And this tune, written by the pianist of the group, Edward Klein, and this is it features Bob Eunice on lead, from 1958 by request for Mike Sape. These are the Echoes. He wants to send it out to Frank Chingaro and Joe Shacatano. The Echoes on Edco, EDCO. The song is called Heartbeat. by request for listener Mike Sape in Connecticut, sending it out to Joe Shacatano and Frank Chingaro. A group called the Echoes. The Echoes there, and again, not recorded that well. They're probably recorded in like a basement or a garage or whatnot, so they didn't have the right acoustics there to do the recording. And I don't know that either. Charlene, I don't know if it could be a very young kid on lead, because Charlene's got Bob Eunice on lead, or it could be a girl. I thought there is a girl in this group. I think we had all the group members last week. 1958 on the Edco, EDCO label. Not a common record by any means. Song entitled Heartbeat. Let us continue here. We fill a request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. This is the biggest hit that I'll be featuring this evening. Let's see if the copyright police come out to chase Johnny G. We'll see. But Busta requested this singer, first recording as a member of the Cool Gents, that recorded for Vivian Carter's VJ record label, but he went solo in 1957, recording for the VJ subsidiary Falcon/Abner, we'll call it. His real name was Delectus Clark, but you know him as D. Clark. And this one is on the Abner record label. This is his third of 5 on Abner Records, and this is actually a cover tune. This was done in February of 59 by Thurston Harris for Aladdin Records. Was that the case? Really? Let's see. Okay. I didn't know. I didn't even know that Thurston Harris did this one. No, maybe he did. I don't know. I always thought this was this tune written by Bobby Stevenson and Otis Blackwell. And this was a big hit tune for him. Well, I should say at least top 30, because it was number 29 on Billboard, but it was a big R&B hit for him. It was number 2 R&B hit for him, and this was a big number 1 record on WARL if you were tuned in Arlington, Virginia. Let's go to August of 1959 by request for Busta Bass, the great D. Clark on Abner Records. It's a cool record too. It's called Hey Little Girl for Busta Bass.
Hey, little girl in the high school sweater. Gee, but I'd like to know you better. Just a swinging your books and chewing gum, looking just like the juicy plum. Hey, little girl. Hey, little girl in the black silk stockings. Gee, but you got my heart rocking. Wearing that crazy skin tight skirt and that crazy ivy lick shirt. Hey, little girl. Hey, little girl, can I come along? Carry your books and I'll hold your arm. I'm hoping that you tell me yes, because you're the girl that I love best. Hey, little girl in a high school sweater. Gee, I hope you're feeling better. Not just like the time before. Remember when you closed that door? Hey, little girl. Hey, little girl. Hey, little girl. Yeah.
There you go. That one there going out to Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. That's the great sound of D. Clark. What a great tune that is. Just because it was a hit doesn't mean it means it was a hit because it was a good song, we have to say. Mr. D. Clark there, August 1959. On the Abner record label, Hey Little Girl is the name of the tune, as the Copyright Police came out for that record. Okay, they are out. I bet you they're going to go away with this next record, though. We are in the 1959 block. Now, this is a request for listener John Engstrom. It was interesting. So John emailed me and he said, Johnny, because I mentioned on last week's show that it was getting more difficult for me to fill. I did find that record on Pamar for him that I'm going to play, I think, next week. But he asked me for a flip side of a record by Ricardo. I can't play that, John. I'm sorry. That ain't going to fly here on the show. But this one's a good one that I found. So he sent me, he said, Johnny, you said that you own these records, so maybe it'll make it easier for you to find something for me to play. I said, okay. I says, here, because he wants to hear hits. He wanted to hear Little Star by the Elegants and another record too, I forget. But I don't want to push the Copyright Police. But he requested this. I think this is a duet. They're called The Two Notes. And this is on Donald Shaw's Neptune label. Neptune Records was out of Newark, New Jersey. They got a great record called, Moon Records was a subsidiary, The Endorsers. What a great record that is. But this tune written by, I don't know who these guys are, Drawn and Brown. Maybe those are the two notes. I don't know. But this is from November 59, and by request for listener John Engstrom, The Two Notes on Neptune Records. It's called and I bet you no one has heard this record before. It's called Baby, I'm in Love with You. The Two Notes for John Engstrom.
Baby, I'm in love with you. Makes no difference what you do, just as long as you be true.
There you go, by request for listener John Engstrom. Do you believe the copyright police are out? Do you think they think that tune is the Big J McNeely tune? There's something on your mind? You think that they think it's that, with that riff in there, possibly? That would be a terrible mistake by artificial intelligence, I will tell you that much. But they're called the Two Notes, November 59. It's on Neptune Records. That's Donald Shaw's Neptune label out of Newark, New Jersey. Baby, I'm in Love with You is the name of the tune. We are in the 1959 block. Let's fill a request now for listener Mike Sape. He wants to send this tune out to Lenny G and Rob B. I have no info on this group, but they are this is on Sherman Ford Jr.'s Ford label, which is out of New York City, and it's a styrene record. You know how Johnny feels about the styrene 45s. Now, they're called Johnny Duncan and the Shamrocks, and it's from 1959, and the song is called School Bells, Wedding Bells. Johnny Dugen, D-U-G, that's Doug. Johnny Dugen and the Shamrocks, by request for Mike Sape, going out to Rob B. and Lenny G. School Bells, Wedding Bells.
16, 17, 18, 16, 17, 18,
The time went by so fast, I'll be with you at last. 3 years of going steady, and I know we're ready. Made a vow to one another, we would live our lives together. So happy I could sing, gonna buy an engagement ring. In my dreams I always see, together, you and me. You're dressed up as a bride, I'm the fella by your side. There's one thing I can say, our love is here to stay. The love that's in our hearts will last right from the start. Our love is real, not borrowed. Stay by my side for some sweet tomorrow. You will be my bride. In my dreams I always see, together, you and me. You're dressed up as a bride, I'm the fella by your side. There's one thing I can say, our love is here to stay. The love that's in our hearts will last right from the start.
16, 17, 18, 16, 17, 18, 16, 17, 18.
Well, Charlene has a typo there. So now I'm all discombobulated here because I went crazy trying to find his email. So she didn't change the title. I probably played the flip side of this on an earlier show, that's why. But actually, I apologize for that. It should be 16, 17, 18. So I did have the right song, but Charlene didn't change the worksheet here. Hold on a second. I got to put this record on the turntable here. You know, Johnny G cannot check everything, so I apologize for the mistakes. But I try to do the best I can. But there you go. That one there by request. So I did have the right side, Mike. Thank you for that. And he wants to send that one out to Lenny G and Rob B. That is Johnny Dugen and the Shamrocks from 1959. The song is called 16, 17, and 18. It's on Ford Records, and the copyright police are out on that record. It makes no sense. As we continue here, and we are in the 1959 block, we continue with the requests, and this is a request from my listener, Matey Campboy, Mady, which I think she told me she was in Spain. She wasn't in California. She was in Spain. I don't know if she's back from Spain. But this is another 4-figure record, a rare 45. This group is out of Cleveland, Ohio. And this was their lone release. Came out on the Liban record label. Tune written by group member Bob Thomas, who I think is the lead singer on this. And this is from 1959. They're called the Monarchs. The Monarchs on Liban Records. It's called Love You, That's Why, for Mady Campboy.
Why should I worry? Why should I care? Why should I worry? I love you, that's why. That is why.
There you go, the sound of the Monarchs there going out to listener Mady Campboy. A great tune there. I lost my place. I'm all discombobulated now. 1959 on the Liban record label. Love You, That's Why is the name of the tune. Now, Jerry Diaz sold me my first copy of that. That's Greg's mint copy. I couldn't let that stay. I said, I have to take this record. I said, I need this. I need a nice, clean copy of this. But anyway, Copyright Police are now out on they go away and then they come back. So this should be interesting as we continue here. Let's move into 1960. Fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo. He is tuned into the program in Mexico, and we go back out to the West Coast. This group was named after a make of a Cadillac car. And how many of you owned a DeVille? I had a Cadillac. Actually, I had two Cadillac DeVilles. You can't beat the ride. The repairs are too expensive, and the gas is a lot of money. But I donated my second Cadillac to Wounded Warriors. I wish it was too old. I had them for a long time. But I kind of beat it into the ground when I would drive into Newark, New Jersey every day. And then after the pandemic, I didn't drive it at all. And then it kind of just sat there, which is not good for a car. But anyway, this group is called the DeVilles, first recording back in 1958 for the Aladdin record label. Then they had two in 59 on Orbit Records. I'm trying to think. Were they the same group on Orbit? I don't know. But this one is on the Talent label. Well, I guess Orbit, wasn't that a division of a Probably. I don't know. I just can't remember. This was on Talent Records out of Los Angeles, California, the DeVilles. There's more information on this group. March 1960 for Adrian, the DeVilles with Goddess of Angels, parentheses, My Only Love. This is for Adrian.
Angel, 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 angel. Goddess of angel, that's what you are. To me you light up like the evening star. For you are my guide when you're by my side. Goddess of angel, my only love. Queen of my heart, you'll always be. Never know one but you for me. I love you so much, I need your touch. Goddess of angel, my only love. If I own the world just for a day, you would only have to command. It would be so sweet to give such a treat and place it before your hand. Don't ever leave me or say goodbye, 'cause if you do, you know I'll cry. For when you've gone, why should I live on? Goddess of angel, angel, my love. My only love.
Yeah, Sounds of California here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one's the DeVilles. The name of the group there, March 1960 release on Talent Records. It's called Goddess of Angel. And then there's a parentheses under here that's not on my list. It's called My Only Love. Looking at the writer credit here, E. Tate. I have more information on this record. It's probably I bought this from Eddie Estrada. Sold me that. He used to find records out on the West Coast for me. He used to call me, sold me some pretty big records over the years. Haven't heard from Eddie in a long time. He used to talk to my mother. Used to call here. They would talk for hours before I came home from work. But anyway, so where are you, Eddie? As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we are in the 1960 block. Let's fill a request now for listener Mnon for this gal born in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, then moving to Chicago as a child. Her real name was Ruth Lee Jones, but you know her as Dina Washington. First recording back in 1944 for the Keynote record label, but she would sign with Mercury Records. She had an illustrious career when she was with Mercury Records in early 1946, recording 16 years through 1962, when I think she switched over to Roulette then in 1962. But Mnon requested her last number one R&B hit. And this song, written by Clyde Laverne, actually just says Laverne on it, but it's really Clyde Laverne Otis who wrote this tune. This also charted number 24 on Billboard, number 23 on Cashbox from June 1960. Let's give a listen to Dina Washington. Dina Washington on the Mercury label for Amnon. It's called This Bitter Earth. Dina Washington.
This bitter earth, well, what the fruit it bears, what good is love? That no one shares. And if my life is like the dust, ooh, that hides the glow of a rose, what good am I? Heaven only knows. Lord, this bitter earth, yes, can be so cold. Today you're young, too soon you're old. But while a voice within me cries, I'm sure someone may answer my call, and this bitter earth, ooh, may not, oh, be so bitter after all.
Yeah, that's a great sound. The scratch in there is annoying me. There's a scratch on that. It's a styrene press too, but it's a quiet record, so it sounds. But that scratch is annoying. I'm telling you. But there you go. That one there going out to Amnon, Dina Washington from June 1960 on the Mercury record label, Tale of Galloping Woe. It's called This Bitter Earth. That's for Amnon. Let's stay in 1960. Fill a request for Josue Perez in our YouTube chat. Again, we head back out to Los Angeles, California. This is not an easy record to find. It's by a group called the Arabians. They had 2 singles for the Magnificent label, and this was their first release. And the group included Arnold Franklin, Benny Grant, Douglas Brown, and Timothy Labor. And this is their first of 2 on a label called Magnificent Records from January 1960. Let's give a listen to the Arabians. It's called My Heart Beats Over and Over Again. This is for Josue Perez. Whoops, wrong thing, Johnny. California here on the Vinyltreasure Show by request for Josue Perez. Those are the Arabians. The Arabians from January 1960 on a label called Magnificent. Magnificent Records. I have some cool records on this label, like Little Rita, and I have a single artist. I have two of her records. I forget her name, but I got them out of Greg's collection. And Spence sold me this record. It was not it was an expensive 45, I'll tell you that much. Their other one is expensive too, by the way. Got to be careful though on the repros on the other. The Arabians with My Heart Beats Over and Over Again on Magnificent Records. Let's move into 1961 now with a flipside request. For Reed King in our YouTube chat room. Featured this group from Amityville, New York last week for Chris Reed, the Universals with I'll Just Have to Go On Dreaming. Now, Reed requested the flip side. It features Fred Miller on lead from September 61. On the Festival record label, here are the Universals featuring the True First Press with the, the aqua blue and purple labels, not distributed by King. And the song is called Love Bound. This is for Reed King. Yeah, those are the Universals there. Universals from September 61 featured it on the Festival record label. Love Bound is the name of the tune. That's Fred Miller on lead. That's going out to Reed King in our YouTube chat room. And we stay in 1961. Let's go to Inglewood, New Jersey for this next group. And featuring this group over the last few weeks, as requested by listener Mnon, recorded for B. Castlin's Hull record label. They had 7 releases on the Hull label. This was their 6th release. And this tune features Bob Lee on lead from August 1961 for Mnon. Let's give a listen to the Avons. The Avons on Hull Records. The song is called Whisper, parentheses, Softly. This is for Mnon.
Ooh.
I don't know what I would do. I want you to whisper you want me. Whisper your mind. Whisper my darling till the end of time. Come on and whisper. Tell me you love me. Come on and whisper. Ooh, come on and whisper.
Has a great sound of the Avons. The Avons, they're 6th of 7 on the whole record label from August 1961. Song entitled Whisper, parentheses, Softly, is the name of the tune. And the group called the Jokers, Mike was asking me, the Jokers on One do a great rendition of this tune. I should have had that record, but a so-called friend evidently decided to keep it instead of selling it to me. But anyway, didn't work out well. But let's continue here on the Vinyltreasure show, where we are in the 1961 block. Let's fill a request for listener Timothy for this group out of Erie, Pennsylvania. Now, the group included Joel Clausen, Marty Day, David Wadsworth, Chuck Smith, and lead singer Milton Thomas Bug. Milton Thomas Bug, but he dropped the bug and called himself Milton Thomas. This was on the By My record label. Isn't that interesting? By My record label. It was on By My label, recorded as he also recorded as Milton Bug back in 1947 on Savoy. Okay. From 1961 for Timothy. Let's give a listen to Milton Thomas and the Escorts. Right? Yes. The Escorts. It's called Angel of My Dreams. This is for Timothy.
With all my might, that you would still
Sounds of 1961 here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Milton Thomas and the Escorts. I think I have 2 records on this label called By My Records. Angel of My Dreams is the name of the tune. That one they're going out to listener Timothy as we coming down the home stretch here on the Vinyltreasure Show. And we are in the 1961 block. This is a flip side request from last week. Actually featured this group from Glen Cove, Long Island called the Time Tones. I played the side called Pretty Pretty Girl for listener Tommy Albergo. He also requested the flip side of the 45, as well as listener Daryl Letts. The tune co-written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Roger LaRue. Now, they first recorded for Slim Rose's Times Square record label. Actually, he recorded them, and then they wanted to come up with a name, and people sent in names. I think that's how it worked, and they came up with a group. They called them the Time Tones. This is from June of 61. Great 2-sided 45, going out to Tommy Albergo and Daryl Letts. The Time Tones with I've Got a Feeling. Joe Shacatano's got to be in heaven with the ballads tonight, I have to tell you. That June 61 release there for the Time Tones, that's Roger LaRue on lead. I don't think there's any relation to the Jackie LaRue. I think, who said that? Rob Balboni mentioned that. But that one there going out to Tommy Albergo and Daryl Letts. I've Got a Feeling. That's the flip side of Pretty Pretty Girl. As we continue here, 4 more 45s to go before we sign off here. Let's fill a request for listener Gary Hendren in Alabama. Now, this gal here, she was crowned Miss Philadelphia and Miss Pennsylvania back in 1956. I want to see pictures. I do. Her name, Sandy Powell, and she was married to Lenny Rocco, who had a group with releases on his own. Who had a group along with releases on his own. Now, her first release was in 1958 on the Singular label. Then in 1960, or 61. Well, I should say she recorded this in late 1960, was released in January of 1961, and she's being backed up by her husband and his group as Lenny and the Rocks. And Lenny gets credit, writer credit on this. This came out on the Philadelphia-based Impala record label. A year later, this would get picked up by Al Silver's Herald record label. I showed you a copy of the Herald release, but let's play the original version from, or I should say the original first press from January 61. For Gary Hendren in Alabama, Sandy Powell on Impala. The song is called Bon Bon.
Bon, 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 bon. Whoop, dip, dip. Bon, 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 bon. Why did you bon, and hurt me so? I love you so.
There you go. That one there going out to Gary Hendren in Alabama. That's Sandy Powell. Sandy Powell being backed up by her husband and his group, Lenny and the Rocks, from January 61. Featured it on the first label, Impala Records. Not that easy to get on Herald either. Song entitled Bon Bon. Greg sold me that record. I think he charged me, what, $250, I think, for that 45 many years ago. I think you picked it up for $5 at a record show. They thought it was a bootleg. It's an original. It's not a boot. Johnny G here on a Saturday as we wind down here. Let's fill a request for listener Paul Michel. Wants to send this 45 out to Johnny G. Again, it's not an easy record to find, but it's on Styrene, and everybody knows my feelings about Styrene. This is on a label called Pinecrest Records, which is out of Howard Beach, New York. The group is, though, out of Brooklyn, New York. It features a Joe LaCicero on lead. They're all Italian guys in this group. This is from September 61. They're called The Creations. The Creations on Pinecrest Records by request for Paul Michel. It's called Strolling Through the Park.
So the swaying of the trees, the softness of your lips, the cool and summer breeze, and the moon and all its glow keeps your beauty bright. Please tell me that you love me tonight. We sat for a while looking at the stars, thinking of our love, a love that was really ours. It was you, it was I, strolling through the
Yeah, that's by request for listener Paul Michelle, going out to your host, DJ Johnny G. Thank you, Paul. That's the Creations there. Creations from September 1961 on a label called Pinecrest. It's called Strolling Through the Park, and that is Joe Lacirio. I guess that's how you pronounce C-I, actually Chi, to be honest with you, in Italian. But I don't know how they pronounce it. Here. Joe Lacirio will say. But anyway, now this group, interestingly enough, would go on to record as the Riffs, R-I-F-F-S, on the Sunny label and Old Town Records. They do a great record that I like a lot called Why Are the Nights So Cold, which is a good tune. Nights are not cold. It's 51 and windy here in Westchester County, New York. We got 3 more 45s to go here before we sign off. Let's fill a request for Tommy Albergo. Although this record that Tommy requested is a 1978 release, but this tune was recorded in sometime in 1961 by Sylvester Stewart. Sylvester Stewart. He was born in Denton, Texas, and raised in how do I pronounce this? Read Vallejo. Is that how I say it? Vallejo, Vallejo, California. Recorded first as I should first say he was a member of a group called the Biscaynes. Okay, recorded as the Biscaynes, but their first release came out as the Viscaynes on the VPM record label, a song called Yellow Moon. That was their first release. Then with their next release, he recorded as Danny Sly Stewart, okay, on the Luke record label, a great two-sided 45, A Long Time Alone, that I really like. Other releases came out on G&P, and this one, though, was recorded in the Modern Label Studios. What's his name? What is George Mottola? I called George Mottola the West Coast George Gollner, and he was the one that spearheaded this singer, and they recorded a bunch of songs in Culver City, California, for Modern Records, as they did that Luke release in the G&P single, and this was recorded at that session also, but released in 1978. And the song is a cover of the Dells tune, although the writers are not the correct writers. Okay, so I don't know who's on here, but anyway, it should have been Johnny Funches and Marvin Jr. as the writers, but it's not. But let's give a listen to Sly Stone, because later on he would record as Sly and the Family Stone. He was the head of that kind of, I don't know, that, what do we say, late 60s funk soul sound on Epic Records. But prior to that, he was singing doo-wops. So this is for Tommy Albergo. Originally recorded in 1961, it's Sly Stone and the Biscaynes. It's on a label called Subardo. Wait a minute. Subarrio. How do I say that thing? Charlene, you got it wrong there. Subbarao is the label. So it's called Oh What a Night. Let's give a listen to their rendition. It's going out to Tommy Albergo. go. That one there, released in 1978, recorded sometime in 1961. That's Sly Stone and the Biscaynes on the... Charlene's got the wrong information here. It's on the sub. She thought it was a B. It's sub Subbararo, Subarero label, which is out of, it says here, from North Tennessee, it says. I don't know. I don't know about that. But anyway, we'll find out more information about that. Read if you can. That's Sly Stone on lead there with the Biscaynes. Their rendition of the tune, Oh What a Night. 2 more 45s to go before we sign off here. And let's move into 1962 with a request for listener Gary McLinden. This song... wait a minute, was on the Ford label? This record first came out on Ford Records. I didn't even know that. Okay. And then it was released in 62 on the Empress label, which is out of New York City. Wow, I didn't know this was on Ford first. This is the same label that Kathy Jean and the Roommates recorded on, but the group was called Eddie Saxon with the Paramounts. And this is actually a good tune. This is going out to Gary McLinden from March of 1962. Eddie Saxon and the Paramounts. It's called Blues No More.
Without your love, I'm no good anymore. You were always part of me, in my emotion. Please take me back, stop this commotion. I want you so. I've got the blues all the time. Blues all the time. And since you went away, well, all I do is pray. Oh Lord above, hear this plea. Oh please, oh Lord above, please give me one more chance. Yeah, for a true romance. Please fade these blues away. Please, no more blues. Now that you're near, all of my troubles, they'll disappear. Oh, let me say, I've got the blues no more. No more, please, blues, no more, no more, no, 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 please, blues, no more, no more, no, 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 please, blues, no more, no more.
Yeah, that's a great. I like that record there. That's going out. I haven't played that in a long time. That's going out to Gary McLinden in our YouTube chat room. That's March 1962. That's Eddie Saxon with the Paramounts on the Empress label, Blues No More. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s from the 1950s and 1960s. And if you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number. And there are other methods to do it. The chat room is the worst way to do it. I can tell you that much, because Charlene doesn't pick them all up. So I can't really rely on her to pick up all the requests there, and I don't see them all. So it's unfortunate, but you have to email me, or you can type it on the website, my YouTube website. Other people send me texts. They'll IM me on YouTube, but not YouTube, on Facebook. John G going crazy for tonight. But I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. This is the only time I get to play my records, folks. So thank you all for being here. Haven't heard anything here on the Johnny G Studios, so I'm waiting for their proposal here on that. I told you, I mentioned earlier in the show, I'm going to try to research a little bit more about the copyright issues here, because I got shut down here on Wednesday, so I had to, well, it was a little bit after midnight, so I just wasn't going to continue because they continued to block it, so I wasn't going to do that. So I'm going to check out maybe possibly getting a license for, it's called I think it's a small podcaster's license that I can get. And but I don't know how it works with YouTube, because they have somebody collecting money for BMI and ASCAP and whoever, and then they get paid somehow. But it shouldn't be a lot of money. I should be able to afford it, and so I'll pay for it just to be able, so they don't block the show. That's what I don't want, because it's just annoying. Imagine I'm playing a record you like, and you're sitting there on your sofa, and all of a sudden it gets blacked out. It's just not good. And I had a big crowd tonight, and half the listeners, they get pissed off, and they're like, I'm not, and that's it. So, and then they post it. So the only thing that I think of is possibly because I don't have enough subscribers, because some of the records that I play are, and I don't know if they're paying for a license or not. So, or maybe they're, and I don't care. I don't need to monetize the records, to be honest. I mean, if I wanted to, I can go back over all the shows that I've played, and I can actually see records on there that were not copyright infringed and play those and probably make a whole bunch of money. But I didn't do that, but because I see them all the time where they share the revenue, and I block all the ads. So they want me to put ads during the program. So imagine you're listening to the song here, and they put an ad in the middle. Like if you're watching a movie, but you can buy, I shouldn't say this, but you can buy like ad block so you don't get those annoying ads before the video. So many of you, when you first sign on, when I'm live, I bet you get an ad that comes on. And then definitely when you look at the archive, and some people get really upset because they interrupt it quite a bit, and it's just annoying, it is. And you can get a subscription too. I think other people have gotten subscriptions, and they were going to complain. They were telling me they were going to complain that they were blocking the show. It's just not right to do. You can't do it when I'm live. It's just not right, but I don't want to harp on that. But anyway, so thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you here next time on the Vinyltreasure Show. Remember, I'll be back on Wednesday evening for Soul 45s out of my collection. So if you're into the soul music for the 1960s, I play them I even been playing a couple from 59 that people have been requesting, but they're like kind of early type soul sounds, into the early 1970s. I'll be back on Thursday afternoon beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for the 78 show. It's every 2 weeks. I have that promo up on my YouTube wall. I will put on the Wednesday show, and then we'll be back here next Saturday for more 50s and 60s requests as requested by you. So thank you all for that. Thank you, Charlene, for all your help. Charlene is my admin assistant that assists me with all your requests and all the tunes tonight. But we got a closer tonight as we close from January 1963 out of Los Angeles. Lots of records out of Los Angeles tonight. This is a request for listener Adrian Viterbo. This is on the Galaxy record label. This group is called the Playgirls, not the group that recorded for RCA, which I think included Darlene Love. This is a completely different group, although they are out of Los Angeles, California. This is produced by Cliff Goldsmith from January 63. The Playgirls on Galaxy, and this is a promo with green vinyl, which they come that way. the promos on the Galaxy label. The song is called The Bells. This is for Adrian, the Playgirls with the Bells. That's going to do it, folks. Johnny G is out of here. I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to the Vinyltreasure show. Very, very important to do that, folks. You should do that and give me a thumbs up, because with the YouTube brass, when they see all that, and they've been giving me accolades about the show, they really have. So I'm out of here, folks. Everybody have a safe and happy week. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyltreasure show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. This is for Adrian, the Playgirls. It's called Bells.